Welcome to the Willis Clan chat. Please silence your cell phones. Oh wait, that's what you're watching us on. Please do not silence your cell phones. Enjoy the show.
Wait, it's back to me. Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in on this chat. I feel like it hasn't been too long since we talked last because we had to delay last week's chat to Friday. And so we're picking back up on Tuesday. By the way, write in and let us know what day you think we should do the chats. We started doing it on Tuesdays because that's when our episode aired on TLC, and since the second season is done, let us know what day works best for you, and then we'll take a look at everybody's answers and try and pick the one that works for most people. Just random, but that just popped in my head. So just wanted to bring you up on a couple of updates since last time we talked. And I was sitting here before and I was like, what did we do the last couple of days? But we did. We did some fun stuff. We actually, we got to pull out our airsoft guns again. We've only done it a couple of times. But I beat Jair every single game.
Absolutely. You know, you gotta say whatever it takes to make the girls happy.
That is good advice.
That's not the truth.
No, a couple of us are still sporting some good welts.
Yep.
It's very, it feels really good to shoot your siblings. That kind of rolls nicely into the rehearsals, but we'll get there in a little bit. So yeah, we definitely, we had a lot of fun doing that. And we dress up. Some of you guys might have seen the pictures that we've posted before in the past. Yeah. All camouflaged up. And we didn't do face paint, but that's always fun too. The boys I'll just go ahead and answer this question. The boys are definitely better than the girls, and I don't know who's the best. I don't want to. Pick one. I'll get shot if I say one.
No, we always end up playing with friends, and so it's not like a
competition just between us.
A competition just between the siblings itself. There's always other people involved. So right now it's just for fun. Eventually we might get a little bit. It's good training, and eventually we might get a little more serious if we have a good amount of time here, in Tennessee. Yeah. Which I don't know when that would be.
It's a good opportunity for training, for working with each other, teamwork. You have to listen. Usually we appoint one person as the team captain, and everyone needs to listen to their direction. And that's easier for some of us and harder for some of us. So it's good for us to rotate that and everything. So anyway, just a little bit on that, and hopefully we can do more of that. But we're pretty busy, so we don't get to do it too often. We did. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Well, I don't know what you're gonna say.
Oh, that's a good point. No, we did we tried to get a new family photo shoot, guys. I mean, there's a lot of us, and getting us all looking in the same direction. Anyone from a big family or even small families can understand that. It is definitely hard to do that. But we did get a photo shoot, and with mom and dad and all the kids and everything. And we'll see if any of them turns out. But it was so funny. I'll probably go through and find the worst ones and show you guys so that you get an inside look on that, because it's ridiculous. Kind of rapid fire. I'll finish up here so we can get to people's questions. Yesterday, what was yesterday? Monday? Yes, yesterday I spent most of my day filming, and you guys will be happy to hear that we have some more behind the songs filmed in the can. We just have to edit them and get them out to you guys. So I'm very excited about that. It was some fun stuff yesterday. So you'll definitely see, and you'll get to see several of us kids, hopefully. Obviously, just being our main songwriter, she's the one heading up most of them. But we'll get Jair on camera talking by himself, but he always needs support from one of us. Someone mentioned in a comment, they're like, it seems like everyone talks through Jet on the live chats. And frankly, folks, I would rather not be the ones heading up the live chats because I am not the talker.
So for the duration of this chat, I will now do the rest of the talking.
Thank you.
Jeanette will
That's
Jeanette will just do sign language for the rest of the chat, except I have no idea what she wrote on her list. So here.
Okay, so behind the songs. Oh, sorry. I totally just.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I was joking.
Okay. Behind the songs. Oh, by the way, finishing up that thought, I don't know. I was just kind of thrown into this position in a good way. I got into it, but I'm not the one that always. I would like for them to step forward and do it, but that's okay. Whatever. Behind the songs coming soon. Hopefully one a week. I don't know. I don't want to be too I don't want to blow through any deadlines that I set. So just watch for them. They're coming soon. And then we've been practicing a lot for CMA Fest, and that will just CMA Fest is what, starting tomorrow, or did it start today?
I have no idea. I just know that our first performance is tomorrow.
We play 3 songs tomorrow.
Yeah,
but they're going to be good. Actually, okay. So getting into people's questions, and first question: how many rehearsals do we do daily, or weekly, or hourly, or how long do they last?
It changes all the time. When we're on tour, we perform almost every single night.
So that's like practice.
It's basically practice for us. And so unless there's a major problem during a performance, we normally don't practice when we're on tour.
Between sound checks and performances,
right.
You
we
stay
also get
in practice.
We also get sometimes hour-long sound checks. So I would say we play at least 2 to 3 hours a day on average. That number goes up and down.
As a group.
As a group. And then individually, people will practice on their own time.
When we're at home, I guess how our rehearsals kind of go is when we're coming up to a performance, and especially if we haven't performed in a while, or if we're performing new material, or that's when we practice. Other than that, we don't really get together and practice. We need to do it more. I think it would greatly benefit all of us. But so when we have something, like when we're getting ready for CMA Fest, we want to try. We might do a couple new versions of acoustic versions of certain songs, or working up one or two new songs off the new album. We are going to be practicing. We've been practicing a lot lately. But yeah, and then once we go out on the road, we don't really practice once we get out there. Because we're sound checking and performing, and so you stay in practice like that. Now, occasionally we'll throw in, like when we were in Silver Dollar City a couple weeks ago, we were like, let's do a new song, because we had done all of them, and we were like doing it again. We played like 4 days, and we're like, let's do a new song. We're like, okay, let's do it, and we just kind of one that we had done before, kind of ran through it and performed it again. So little stuff like that. So it's never like regimented thing. It's kind of just. If we sound really bad and we have a performance coming up, we're going to work until we think we sound okay. Better. Yeah. Someone asked, is y'all's rehearsals organized and strict to get things done, or do we go goof off and have fun?
It honestly depends on how close we are to the performance.
And everyone's mood.
Yeah, we that too. Normally if we're at least a week or two away from a gig, the rehearsals are pretty lighthearted. As we get closer,
get down to business a little bit
Team
more.
Jair, I love that.
Someone said you're a great dancer, by the way.
Oh, really? Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
I tried. Sorry, you can finish that thought.
I lost my train of thought.
I don't remember either.
It was still boarding at the station.
Your train of thought was still boarding at the station. You messed it up.
Yes, I know. I'm terrible at jokes. This is part of the reason why I'm not normally on the
No,
the
we like Jair. Let's hear it for Team Jair. Actually, one person already said that. So, someone said,
"Thank you, Jamie."
Never bad. I don't know if that's to you or to us or what. But okay, I'm sorry. I'm totally going off track. Someone said, "Has Papa Willis cut back on the chocolate chip cookies?" Don't ask that. Oh, we're trying to work on him. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. No, it's tradition in our family. We're always gonna eat it.
I remembered what we were talking about.
Oh, goofing off of being organized.
The day or two before performances, we tend to be very, very strict and try to get, make sure everything is perfect, or if we're not ready yet, to really focus down to get ready. So, I mean, rehearsals are all over the map.
Yeah. There's usually, and some of these questions come up later, but they're all kind of rolled into one in rehearsals. People ask, who is the, when talking about who, like, is it goofing off or is it strict? Yes, it varies back and forth. Usually there's one person that is really goofy, that is in the wrong mood to practice.
And
there's one person that is the extreme opposite of it. I don't want to be here. This is not what I want to be doing. And it's different all the time. And then there's one person that's usually like, like the person that rallies, like, all right, guys, let's get this done. This is going to sound great. Let's do it again. This is going to be so good. People are going to love this. Like,
and then there's me, and I'm like, everybody be quiet.
Oh no, you're sometimes you're the goofy one. Sometimes you're the other one. You're never really the one that's like, guys, let's do this. That's normally not you. But
I should try that next time. Just be like,
guys,
let's do this.
Just feel the love. Feel it in the air. But I'll kind of...
Hey, I did... There was one rehearsal where I made everybody laugh at the same time. It was really tense. And
really? I do that every 5 seconds. I'm just kidding.
There was one rehearsal I made everybody laugh. Everybody was really tense, and Jack and I were having this stare down, and I took my guitar pick and I threw it at him, and then said, "Give me my guitar pick."
He was like,
and in the moment, everybody just kind of stopped for a second and then died laughing. I was being serious, but everybody thought it was funny. So now, if things are ever getting tense, I just throw my guitar pick at somebody, and everybody thinks it's hilarious.
Remember when we were doing taxes one time, and we were eating granola bars, and when you have an empty wrapper, like, we were being silly, we were like, "This is so frustrating." There was like papers all over the place. We're like, "So frustrating." And Jair was like, "This is great." And he had an empty granola bar, and he's like, "This is the most satisfying thing. You can throw it as hard as you want.
You throw
and nothing
wrappers.
happens."
You throw wrappers, and they go about like 6 inches, and then they just like fall down. So you can like really chuck it hard.
The guitar picks are kind of like that. They go a little further, but they don't hurt anything. So you can get. It's like if you can get that out, you get your wrath out a
Emotional
little
release.
bit. Yeah, but then he threw it. He was like, "Oh, give me my guitar pick." How we hit hands. We still quote that all the time, and like whenever anyone gets a little bit tense, we're always like, "Give me my guitar pick." But talking about being tense, someone asked, like, do you ever dispute about something? Do you ever have disagreements?
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely. And
tell you what, go watch Captain America: Civil War, and you'll know what we're talking about.
We watched that movie, and we came out, and we were like, that was a band rehearsal for us. That's exactly what a band rehearsal looks like. Not every band rehearsal is like that. Honestly, it's really, rehearsals are really good. We're working together as a family, as a unit, as a team.
As a business.
As a business. Being siblings, we can be a lot more blunt and open with each other, whether or not that's a good thing or not. Everyone has their own opinion. But I've been saying this a lot lately because I've noticed it a whole lot, is that when there's a problem, when there's a disagreement, when someone has a bad attitude, or someone's just not like all in focusing, we have to address it. We can't just sweep it under the rug. There's never a time where we're like, you know what? I mean, sometimes we do say, you know what? Let's stop and we'll come back in a little bit. Everyone go get something to eat. Let's go work out. Let's go do something.
Eating is always the solution.
Eating chocolate.
I don't
like chocolate. I don't like chocolate.
You're a girl and you don't like chocolate.
Yes.
Oh, I said that on the internet.
Oh.
Someone said team guitar pick.
Give me my guitar pick. So yeah, we have to address everything. So if someone has a bad attitude, it's going to show on their face. It's going to show in how they play or how they sing, and it's not acceptable. Hey, there's always a good excuse to be upset about something. You just have to choose not to, and everything kind of comes to a head when everyone's together and you're trying to achieve something. Get a song ready, anything. You have to address it, and you have to move on. And some people let go of things easier. Some people hold on to things, and it can grind a whole rehearsal to a halt sometimes. And we end up putting all of our instruments down and getting in a big theological discussion. And it's really good. And it ends up great. And then we come back in the next rehearsal, and it's a whole lot smoother. And so it's hopefully an ever-growing, pleasant environment. It's not always, especially when we're under the gun and we have to get things done.
We're not just trying to get better on our instruments. We're not just trying to get better at arranging.
We're trying to get better as people.
We're trying to become better people, and that is the hardest part. And it doesn't always work out like we want it to. Yeah. But it doesn't mean we give up.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is that we have deadlines. There's a show coming up. Tomorrow we have to be ready, and everyone, you can't get on stage and sing Sit to Them Looking For when you're holding a grudge against your sibling. It just doesn't work. Trust me, we've tried it. It doesn't work. And it's only when people are in harmony, totally threw in that pun, when they're singing in harmony, they have to be, I totally got distracted by that. But you have to be getting along. You have to be pleasant to work with, and that's not easy for everybody, but they're getting better. Okay, so next question. We got really rabbit trailed on that. Who directs the rehearsals? Well, he does. You're the man. Jair's always, fun fact, I think, please, you're as bad as Jack and Jedi. Oh my goodness. No, Jair was honestly the one that first ever really got us into music. Mom and Dad played music. It was around, we were inspired by it. Mom and Dad took us to a lot of outdoor concerts and just really got us inspired first off. But Jair was the one to first like pick up an instrument and really go anywhere with it, and it motivated the rest of us. I don't know if it was sibling rivalry or just inspiring us and motivating us, but it worked. Whatever it was.
It was probably all of the above.
It probably was, in a good way, I think. So Jair has always kind of been the driving force behind music, and then Jessica writing a lot of the songs. I would say Jessica lyrically, Jair musically has been the most. Have led the most probably, but lately we've all been, we all have something to say, we all have opinions. And another question people asked was, do we all voice our own opinions, or is it just one or two people driving it? I've been talking a while. It's your turn.
It's honestly every single time is different.
Yeah.
You would think by now, after 3 albums and working on number 4 and touring for several years, we would have a system down. The truth is we don't.
Well, I think the system is not keeping it the same all the time.
Yeah.
Because if you led every rehearsal, I'd be like, I have no say in things.
Exactly.
And it's discouraging. But
we want to allow for inspiration from any person, any situation. Now we have to be careful we don't get carried away and then not get the job done because we're so inspired about something else.
And that's a constant struggle to try and find that balance between leaving room for everybody to get every idea out and trying it and be like, I think we should do this with the song. It's like, okay, immediately it's so easy to be like, no, I think we should do this in a song. We've always said, just try it. Just play it and try and give it your best effort. And then it will be pretty obvious whether or not something works. And so that's what we've always tried to do. It doesn't always, finding that balance isn't always easy, but yeah, you have to also get things accomplished and stay on track somewhat to meet all your deadlines. So yeah, that's a constant thing, and we flip-flop back and forth. Sorry, our connection is getting weak. We have not gotten our Wi-Fi fixed yet, guys. We are trying to find different. We're trying to find different places in the house.
Shall we move over a table?
No, I think someone just got on Wi-Fi in the house. I know it.
Well, shall I go track them down?
Find that person down. If you want to, but you never know what I'm going to say about you when you're gone. How scared are you?
That's a good point. Well, I will go see if anybody has on the Wi-Fi.
Okay. I've got it to myself. This is the first time I've got it by myself. It's pretty good. So someone asked who all is normally at rehearsals, and do we have the little kids rehearse with us? And most of the time it's just us older kids. Just the main core of the band is like the oldest 7. Julie's coming on board more though, and so sometimes 7 or 8. And everybody, when we do band rehearsals, everybody is required to be there. You can't be missing the guitar player and have a good band rehearsal. So we try and get everybody there. And then the little kids, there's very few numbers that like Jair and Jada play on. Joy and Jamie are old enough that they will sit there during a rehearsal. Even if they're not playing, a lot of times the little kids come in and they sit and listen just to kind of soak it up. And I think that's a good thing because they get to learn from our mistakes, and hopefully they don't make the same ones, and hopefully get inspired and stuff and pick things up. But so the little kids, they also have a shorter attention span, so we don't want to necessarily kind of hammer them back. No, you have to sit here and rehearse over and over and over and over again. Usually their rehearsals happen at a different time and a lot shorter. Someone asked, who's always late to rehearsals?
It does vary, but I would say it's either Jack or Jennifer. Jackson just
maybe
spends so much time, fixing his hair.
We always joke about that, and we are joking somewhat, but there is usually, like, when we get in the car to go somewhere, Jack is usually the last one, and whether he's fixing his hair or not, I don't know.
Or flexing in the mirror.
I'm so sorry for the bad connection, really. We're going to try and get it fixed. Guys, we're leaving for Ireland in just less than a week, and so I don't know if we'll get it fixed before then, but we're going to try and keep up the chats during Ireland as well. We'll probably have to change the times and maybe even the days depending on when our gigs are and everything. Gosh, it says the connection is so weak. Well, we'll sign off soon. Someone asked who is the fastest learner and who is the slowest learner. We all have our moments.
We all have our moments, and there's sometimes I will be the first one to admit that there are times where somebody's trying to get across, I want the timing to be this way, or I that's not working because of whatever, and I just don't get it. And there's times where you just have to take a break, you come back to it a day later or even just an hour later. I don't want to say, put any names on the table because I have to live with my siblings and perform with my siblings. So if I point one out as the slowest learner, that's not going to go well for me. So I'll just say that we all have our moments of brilliance and idiocy.
I mean, there's some people, like Jen has been picking up fiddle a lot more, filling in for Jess, and she is learning so fast. Going from, like, she had played fiddle a little bit before and picking it up so much more and taking the lead role is incredible to see. But she's the kind of person that's like, I'm just going to rise to the challenge. And she's not like, okay, guys, here. She's not dramatic about it. She's just like,
just does it.
Okay, and I'll do it. And she was playing today. We were just like, wait, when? You've been playing like 4 or 5, maybe 6 weeks. How did this happen? Jasmine was playing banjo earlier today, trying to work up a new song. And it's like, my goodness. The biggest thing is that we always say, and we were talking about it actually just before this chat, is because we just finished a band rehearsal, and we said Jasmine was playing banjo, and Dad came down to listen. We called him in to listen to our progress, and Dad was like, Jasmine, I don't think you're quite ready yet, but we have, and he was like, I think I can speak for everyone that we have no complaints because you are working your butt off of her own accord. Yeah. And even though she's not like ready to perform, like we're trying to work up a song for tomorrow, classic Willis Clan style, like last minute, but she's doing so well, and we're like, you know what, if the song isn't ready, that's okay. No one's being lazy. No one's slacking off. That's where the problem comes in, is when people decide to not give it, their all. We're supposed to, no matter what we do, as people, as citizens, we're supposed to work hard in whatever we do. And for different people, that's different things. But that's a good rule to live by.
I'm seeing a lot of people writing in, and that's awesome. Thank you guys, everybody that's writing in. I'm seeing a lot of questions about where we're going to be playing. You can check our website because we could spend the entire time telling you the tour schedule, but it's all on the website.
Here's the truth. We don't actually have it memorized. We go on our website to look. I know we're playing CMA Fest tomorrow, and then the 9th and 10th? No, 10th the 10th and 11th. So tomorrow and then the 10th and 11th. But I don't know where, I don't know when, and I don't know any of the gigs after that except for Ireland. I just know that in general. But definitely, yes, go check out the website. Actually, we're working on a new design for the website, and it's like all new. So not just 1 or 2 things, like everything. And so we're really excited about that, but that takes a lot of work. So you can look forward to that. Let's see. This was a funny question. Do any of us ever feel threatened because the little kids are so good and they're coming up so fast? You take that one. Yes. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I would probably say yes. It's the kind of in a great way. Yes and no. There are so many different genres of music, and everybody has so many instruments, so many different ideas. There will always be room and space for more great music.
And honestly, like, we're not always going to want to be doing the same thing, okay? You get tired on tour. Sometimes you're going to want to do other things, and different people will shift around to different places. And I think people are seeing that with just taking some time off is definitely allowing the rest of us to kind of get a new perspective and a new place in the band. And it's going to keep. There's going to be more changes coming, and people will come and go, and it's just getting to the point where people are growing up, and there's other things to do, other things to do, and so you can't. It's getting to the point where coordinating everyone's schedules is getting harder and harder, and so we're becoming more flexible. It's growing us as individuals and as a group together. It's been absolutely a blessing in a lot of ways. It's been hard. It's been frustrating sometimes. Like, oh my goodness, we really need, Jenny on accordion on the song, but Julie steps in and she does a good job. Not exactly the same, but she does a good job. And anyway, that's always a lot of fun to see that. So no, we don't feel threatened by the little kids. In fact, we welcome that. And they all bring their own style and spin to every song, whether it's a older song that we're redoing with a new configuration or a new song. So that's always fun. We kind of already. Oh, go ahead.
Someone asked, who do we decide who sings lead on a song? And honestly, we have a sing off.
We hold auditions.
We hold auditions.
That's why I haven't won yet. No, I'm just kidding. Someone did ask. Where's my? It says, when are we going to hear Jet singing lead? And I think I've talked about this once on live chat. As soon as I'm good enough to sing lead, guys, come on, I'm learning. Talk about a slow learner. It's funny. Yeah, different people have different strengths, and mine is not lead singing. I can sing harmony, okay, but I'd like to work. I am working on it, and we'll see if I get good enough. If I get good enough, I'll let you guys know. Trust me, I will. Okay. Someone said, who's usually the voice of reason when things aren't going well?
Honestly, it's normally either Jet or Jennifer.
Well, like preliminarily, I think yes, but when like things aren't going well in general, Dad is kind of the final say, and we don't. It's so funny. He used to kind of always be there and help us with rehearsals when we were younger, because it was a lot more like she said, he said, it, ooh, ooh, pinch, ooh, like that, and it was like really frivolous stuff. But now it's like deeper meanings, like you know, this person, fill in the blank, you're really slacking off, not just in music, but in all of life. And here's how. And then we're like, and Dad's like, whoa, guys. So someone's like, okay, we need Dad down here. And Dad's like, guys, handle it. Get it right, you know? And so he's backing off more and more. And so a lot of times we end up going to him and we're like, hey, listen to our progress. Tell us what you think. It's good to get another opinion. It's good to have, one more.
And if we can't make up our minds as a band on what we want to do with the song. We have normally we have too many different opinions.
Wrestling match.
Normally we have right. You're out. Okay. Normally we have too many ideas and we try to stick them in on the same song, and then we have. Then
we end up with 3 versions of.
We end up with exactly.
Oh man.
So it's a problem we have to work with.
Yeah. I was just gonna say something. I can't remember what it was about Dad. Can't remember.
Other than he's awesome.
Other than we're very thankful to have a built-in sound man, producer, engineer, computer tech, all of that. It's pretty awesome.
I have no idea what you're going to say.
I can't. Oh, that just made me forget it even more. Thanks a lot. No,
okay, so what's the most amazing, unexpected thing that's ever happened in
when Jair made everyone laugh in the rehearsal?
Yeah,
Give me my pick. That was amazing, I tell you what. We've been talking for 27 minutes.
Holy cow.
Almost 27 minutes. Okay, listen.
Time flies when you're having fun.
What did you say?
So time flies when you're having fun.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to keep talking. Someone asked, I'll try and hit up a couple of these really fast. Someone said, can you tell what instrument each little kid will play from a very young age? They usually gravitate towards one in particular first, and they build skill on there, and then they usually branch out just naturally.
There have been a few times where we've assigned specific instruments to specific siblings. Jedi on bass, he had a couple of days to learn before we went to the qualifiers for the World Championships of Irish Music.
And he qualified.
If
that's not motivation, I don't know what is.
So he did a great job. Other than that, nothing has really been super formal. I just saw somebody wrote in the comments, who choreographs? And I'm assuming you're talking about the dancing, and that. It started with we had dance teachers when we were younger. Then it was whoever was dancing, and then mom and dad would help them. But now it's primarily whoever dances does the choreography. Like when it comes to swing dance, Jen and I normally do most of it. When it comes to Irish step dancing, whoever does the step, they normally make up their own step
Finish up. I see a good question.
Okay,
It's about to leave.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway,
that
so
was very
it's all over the map.
Oh, it's gone. It says, Jair, have you taken over engineering and producing and mastering mostly?
It's mostly a yes to that question. Right now, I'm doing the engineering, the recording and the engineering and mixing and editing and all of that stuff. I have not done mastering yet. We have a great guy here in Nashville that we send our songs to get mastered mainly because I don't have enough money to buy all of the equipment that he uses, and it's just awesome. If you ever get a chance to listen to something in a mastering studio, you will not regret the experience.
That's deep, man. It's good. My voice just cracked. Okay, that's most of the questions. Oh, we had a couple of random questions that were not really connected to rehearsal, but they're good. Someone asked, a lot of people actually asked, do we have a Snapchat? And when are we going to get Snapchat? I don't know that much about Snapchat, and we don't have one, and we already have so much on our plate that it's at least not on our sites anytime soon. But I will definitely look into it when I have time.
We've had some people telling us that Snapchat is starting to catch up and pass up some of the other social media platforms. So it's definitely something we're going to have to look into.
We'll put it on our radar, but no promises. So trust me, we'll let everybody know. We'd put out a big blast to everybody if we got a new account on another platform or if any of us got accounts or anything. Let's see. Some people are asking about writing, songwriting, and copywriting, and it's too long to get into now. But at some point, we'd love to do a chat about that. There's just
to be completely honest, anything you really want to know, you can find on YouTube. Seriously,
research it. Yeah.
Particularly when it comes
to
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, really quick because we're almost done. We're already over 30 minutes. You gotta.
I gotta stop talking so much.
Okay. How long did it take you to grow your beard?
Yeah, I shaved yesterday.
Oh, you wish.
Joking. Oh, I don't know. I haven't. I'm trying to remember the last time I was clean shaven. It's been a long time. I have no idea.
He's just lazy.
This should probably be at least 2 weeks.
Wait, turn. Look, this side's like better. This side's like a little. Well, actually, it's not too patchy anymore. Congratulations, you're not patchy. But I just want to point out, since we're talking about beards, it said. In the post, like promoting this one, when I asked people to write in their questions, I was holding up my dobro, and we've joked about it a couple times on stage. I just want to clarify because I thought it was really funny. I said like writing your questions to these two bearded goobers or something like that. And please don't be alarmed. I was talking about my dobro. The brand of dobro I play is Beard, and so it's funny when I say that I have a beard. And so the two bearded. Okay. Oh, well, I thought it was funny. Another random question. What does the fox say? I'm just kidding, Tommy. No. That was dumb. I can't believe I actually said that. Just think of that. Oh, this was really funny. In the picture that I posted that I was talking about I was holding my dobro up and it said beard. Someone said, I just dropped my pen. This was so funny. Someone said, why does Jair look like he has old man? Why does he look like he has old man hands? That is so mean.
Okay, I do not look like I have
manly
old
hands.
Actually, I have musician hands.
Bear claws. Actually, which hand is the one with the?
This is the one with the.
Look at that. Those are better nails than I have. Look at that.
And this is not for aesthetic reasons. This is for playing guitar.
Finger picking guitar.
Think of having 5 really, really good guitar picks always at your disposal.
So you can't throw those away and say, give me my pick.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Someone asked fiddle string brands. I think we do, what is the best fiddle string brand? We use Diodarios, right?
I don't know what the best one is, but the ones that we find work best for us are Diodarios.
Yeah. So, but there's probably a lot more out there. I don't know that much. You have to ask Jenny or Jess. Okay. Who's better, Jack or Jedi wrestling? I just thought that was funny. Obviously, they're not here to speak up for themselves. I'm not going to get in the middle of that. You can ask them in person. Last question. This is just random. How many of us play the piano? Does it qualify if you play one song?
Just one.
Because if it does, then Jair plays the piano. But he does a great job on that one. Most of us play piano. Dad played piano, so that was kind of the first accessible instrument to all of us. So Jess plays piano. Jair plays banjo. Jenny plays piano, I play piano. Jackson didn't play piano until he decided he was going to learn Maple Leaf Rag, like a ragtime song, and then Kiss the Rain by Yuruma.
I'm just gonna say a young lady inspired him by being a piano player herself, and he was
like,
"Whoa, if that girl can do it, I can do it." Yeah. And so
so he did it. So that's good. Jedi messes around on piano a little bit. I don't know if he knows any official songs. He's written a couple little ditties on it. Jasmine definitely plays piano. She plays on stage sometimes. Someone said, "Oh, this was funny." Okay, it's random. I was talking about my beard dobro, and someone said the beard didn't resonate with people. That is so full of puns right there because the dobro is a resonator guitar, and that was funny. That was really good. Matthew? I don't know who it was. Okay, so yes, we are, and then let's see. Julie plays a little bit of piano. Jamie plays a little bit of piano. Joy, Jager, and Jada. They just turn on. We have a little keyboard that plays like demos, like song demos, and they turn them on, and then they pretend like they're playing, and they catch us off guard all the time. We're like, whoa! Oh, that's not you actually playing. But someday we're going to turn around, and they're actually going to be playing that. And we'll be like, great, we're out of a job. Yeah. And then we'll feel threatened at that point. Just kidding. Okay. Jeanette is my sister's name. What a fine sister you have. I'm just kidding. Okay, guys, that's all the questions, and I will go through. That's all the questions that I wrote out. A lot of people wrote in questions, and we haven't caught many of them coming in right live, but I will go through, maybe Jair and I will both go through and answer as many questions as we can. Sometimes that could take a long time, but it's worth it. You guys are the best. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see some of you guys at CMA Fest the next couple days, or in Ireland. Gosh, that's so exciting. Or when we get home. So thank you for watching another BuzzClan Podcast. Goodbye.